Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to speak about 7 important things that I've learned whilst in my 20s, because this year is scary. It's the last year of my 20s. I turned 29 and I've done a lot of things and I've learned a lot of things through my mistakes during that time. So lesson number 1 would have to be travel as much as you can. I can't stress this enough, honestly. The reason I'm saying this is because I've been fortunate enough to travel a lot whilst I was working on cruises. So when I was 24, broke with my ex, looked online, hey, working on cruise ships, and it was honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And in that time, I did a lot of traveling, saw the world, and you meet a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people. And even the bad experiences that I've had with people from different countries, different cultures, I'm pleased about that because it's made me who I am today. You can't beat experiences because, for example, you've got stories to tell, you've got memories in your mind. So when you're 90 years old, if you're lucky, you can look back on life and think, you know what, I've done a hell of a lot and it's made me who I am today. I could tell times about when I was sailing down the river in Costa Rica, looking at sloths hanging down from the trees. I could talk about the time when I was in the Hubbard Glacier in Alaska and I saw a bit of ice fall off. I could even talk about the time when there was a bomb scare in Barbados on one of the cruise ships. So even the good and the bad experiences, makes you a stronger person. Now, for example, I can walk into a job interview and be completely chilled, unless, it's for the NASA or the SAS or something like that. But in most cases, it's made me more confident going into things like doing presentations in front of people, doing job interviews, things like that, because I've experienced different cultures and different mentalities from people in different countries, how they act, how they talk to people, the personalities, and whether it's hard to understand that at first, once you overcome that, then you feel like you can talk to almost any age, any type of person. And so travel as much as you can. So lesson number 2 is surround yourself with good, energetic, positive people. Granted, we're not always going to be happy and positive every single day because we're only human, but as long as that person is pushing you to do better, they might share the same principles and goals as you do, and they have a positive influence on you more than negative, they're the type of people that you want to be with. I can't tell you the list as long as my arm of people who've had a negative influence on my life. I used to probably care more than I should have about what they thought about what I was doing or what I was saying. And something that I've definitely learned at the age of 29 is just not to care about that. If it's someone who you love dearly and they're negative, I'm not saying push them away, but if they're having a bad influence on what you are trying to achieve, then you need to block that out of your head. You can't make everyone happy. And it goes for the things that you watch, the things that you absorb as well. I watch Impractical Jokers because they're funny. It makes me laugh, it makes me happy. I watch Joe Rogan because I think, he's one of the very few people out there that says the truth without caring whether it offends someone, because I don't want to live in a world where everyone has the same opinion without it offending someone. So they're the type of people that I like to watch. I like to watch The Rock because he works hard, but he's also got a personality, he's got humor, and he seems like a nice guy. So it's all about your network, as in things you watch, things you read, things you absorb, the friends, the family members who you hang around with. And if they have more of a positive influence on you, the better. My mum watches EastEnders. I hate EastEnders. Why? Because everybody looks miserable as fuck on there, you know. So that isn't the type of thing that you should be doing every day. I don't really watch much of the news because it's mostly miserable. So definitely something that I've learned is make your circle, your network, a strong one for whatever your goals and dreams are that's gonna keep you pushing towards them. Right, so lesson number 3 would be a big one, which is quality over quantity of friends. Because in the past, you know, in my early 20s, I thought the cool thing to do is to have a big group of friends. But as you get to mid-20s, a little bit older, maybe it happens to most people, you just have less friends anyway as you get older, but I think it's probably because maybe I didn't want to go down the same path as them. And I'm not saying, you know, they're like heroin addicts or something like that, but I'm saying as in, I'll give you an example. Most of them work 9 to 5. They like to, you know, go to the pub, do a lot of drinking most nights sort of thing. And I thought, well, that's not really for me. And if it means having a life that I enjoy and a career that I enjoy, you know, and having less friends or even no friends, then at the end of the day, I want to wake up happy and go to sleep happy with everything that I do, career and life-wise. So someone could have a big amount of friends, but they might not be happy every day in what they do. So it's more important to me, you know, if I sacrifice going out with mates and I might lose a few friends because of that, but I'm striving towards the goal that I want that's going to make number 1 happy in life, and that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to spend 80% of my week, you know, miserable or, God, I've really got to go to that job. But hey, I'm seeing the lads later in the pub. That's not the life that I want to live. You know, also just don't try and make friends happy that aren't really friends. Like, you know, I've had a so-called friend in the past who I travelled a long way to go and see, and you know, you'd expect that when you haven't seen someone for months, travel a long way to go and see them, that, you know, you're the one who's paying to go and see them, so they might at least have the house tidy. They might, you know, at least have got some food in for you or some drinks, just a little bit. But an example, I went to this friend's house and he said to me, oh, if you want food, there's a chip shop down the road. If you want to go and buy yourself some chips and walk there, you know, whilst he's looking at his phone, not even looking at me. Also, no soap in the bathroom. That was another thing. And I was like, do you not wash your hands after you go for a shit or something? Never mind when you have visitors. Also, going on a bit of a rant, but again, you know, experiences, mistakes I've made. Then I said, for fuck's sake, you've given me no food after me traveling, you know, all this way. You've given me a shit welcome so far. No soap in the bathroom. Surely, if I'm going to have a shower before we go out, you might actually have a towel. Oh no. Use this fucking dirty ass one that's on the floor. And after that, I just thought, well, this person can't really be a true friend, can they? You know. So, quality over quantity, because it's what makes you happy at the end of the day. Now, if you're a very observant person watching the video, you'll notice I haven't got the Hollister badge anymore. Just changed my t-shirt because spilled a load of coffee on it. the washing machine's not working, it's not spinning properly, so if it doesn't rain, it fucking pours. So we're getting a new washing machine this Sunday. Just thought I'd point it out. But anyway, point number 4 is do not be afraid not knowing what you want to do yet, especially if you're in your early 20s. I used to worry about this a lot, thinking, probably trying to make other people happy, family, especially parents, that sort of thing. Even though I've always been quite open-minded, quite independent with what I wanted to do, certainly in my late teens, going into early 20s, I was trying to go down the path what, normal people do, where go to school, get a job, get a house, get married, and die, that sort of thing. But then I started to think, well, it's not really making me happy. But then I was panicking because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and thinking, time's ticking. Then obviously, like I said before, went to work on cruise ships, and then that only lasts for a certain amount of time. It's quite a young person's job really, and it doesn't last forever. So then when you come home from those contracts, I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna do? I still don't know. But do not worry too much if you're in your early 20s, especially I'd say by the time you get to late 20s, 30, that's the time to maybe think, yeah, it's time to start figuring out what I actually want to do in life. But you don't have to know straight away, and you don't have to be in the same thing forever. You can always change your mind, because at the end of the day, you should be doing something that makes you happy. Happiness is key. If you do something that makes you happy first, then the money will follow, because you'll put a lot of passion, a lot of enthusiasm into the thing that's making you happy because you enjoy it. Therefore, people will see that and you should get more money. So don't rush into things too early. Take your time. Do not panic if you don't know what you want to do yet. Point number 5 is save money. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is save some damn money, because there's 2 things if you want to enjoy yourself. You're either going to have parents who have a lot of money, especially if you're late teens, early 20s, and you want to travel on that student loan or money from your mum and dad, then that's cool. But however, if you're like me, you don't have parents who have a lot of money, then you need to save money. Yes, I've been blessed enough to have my mum and dad pay for my holidays, things like that, but I mean serious traveling, like if you want to go to East Asia, for a month, if you have that opportunity, if you want to go all the festivals in Amsterdam, you want to do a few benders in Ibiza in the summer, things like that, then, the only way you'll be able to do them things is if you save some money. So the traveling that I mentioned at the start comes hand in hand with saving a little bit of money. You don't have to be a hermit crab and stay in your shell, stay in your house all the time. But a wise man once said to me, save before you spend, don't spend before you save. And for years, I took no bloody notice of that wise man. But you should, because it makes a big difference. So if you put a little bit of money to the side, then the rest of it you can enjoy, but that money's building up for the time you can travel. So big point is, even if it's a little bit, save some money. Swiftly moving on to point number 6, which is don't be afraid to take risks and sacrifices. This is a big one because, again, if you're like me, then you will know if you want to have your own business or be an entrepreneur, that type of job, it's a little bit risky because you're not going down the safe route of, getting a 9-to-5 job, for example, on a salary, and you're getting income each month because you're doing your job. you're taking a bit more of a risk by, maybe investing money at first, which is a risk. So what I did when I was living in Mexico for a while is, I was doing fitness boot camp classes, and I couldn't speak the language. I couldn't, I didn't really know anyone there apart from my girlfriend and her family. So, the only thing I could do was start a Facebook group page, hope that people get, attracted by it, interested in health and fitness. And I had to invest money in Facebook advertisements. So, for the first month of advertising for that, I was losing money and I didn't have much money at all at the time. So that was definitely a little bit risky. I was a little bit scared, a little bit nervous, but it paid off in the end because people started coming to the bootcamp classes. I started making that money back up, and then I actually started making profit from those classes. I even had to invest in the fitness equipment. Something which I'm going to do soon as well is obviously invest money in my website, in probably Facebook advertisements again, Instagram even. So the point is, don't be afraid to take risks, because in the end, if you have a lot of passion and enthusiasm for it, and your gut instinct tells you that it's the right thing to do, then go for it, because without taking risks, you will never know how far it would have taken you. You'll always live with that little bit of regret, and that's the worst thing for me, getting older and thinking, what if I'd have done this, what if I'd have done that, So I would say, don't be afraid of taking risks. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, days, nights out with friends and family, because in the end, this could be the thing, whatever your goal is, that makes you happy long term. So this last point, I was torn between two things, but I'm gonna start off with, don't rush into relationships unless you are 100% that is the person for you, the love of your life. Doesn't necessarily have to be love of your life, but you get on with that person, you really enjoy the personality, and you enjoy other areas of the body as well. You know what I mean? And if all those things, meet together, then so be it, fine. I've got nothing against that. But don't get into a relationship too early unless you're sure, because what can happen is you might not do the things that you want to do or go the places that you want to see. You might not be achieving your potential, as in you might have career ambitions or goals. You might want to be an entrepreneur at an early age. You might want to start your own business. You could have an amazing football or soccer scholarship in the States, but you can't go to it because you want to please your partner. And those things could hold you back if you rush into it too early. So that would be a big point of mine. I got into my first real relationship when I was 20. Me and the person I was with at the time probably didn't do all the things that we wanted to do because we were making each other happy. But now, hey, it was kind of a blessing because I had an amazing time when I was on the cruises, and I met you, Angelica. And I had my lovely son who's here with us now, so it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, that way you will become more independent, and I believe